Teachers. This is my colleague Heidi Otto, and you have caught us in another one of our many conversations about everybody's favorite topic, health insurance. Welcome to what we hope will be a series of video podcasts in which we explore the relentless joy that is health insurance. I always get teased in my home, tortured is a better word for it, by my lovely bride when I talk to her about things like aggregating specific deductibles, and she just says, I don't care. And there has to be somebody out there who does, but it's not me. And I told this to Heidi and some of my colleagues down at the office. They said, you know what, you're exactly right. We should spend our time this summer during quarantine next to a lovely fire and spread the good word virtually in the only way that we can now. So Heidi, we're going to start today with a question that you might be asking yourselves. Why in the world should we be listening to you? Who are you and what do you do? And Heidi, what is it that you say you do around here?
I get asked that a lot. Let me back up a little bit. So I'll explain a little bit about what I do, but I've been thinking a lot about where we're at and what we're doing, and part of the reason we're doing this little series is because there's just not a lot of options right now. Things are really crazy. It made me think of a Peter Drucker quote that he said, the greatest danger in times of turbulence is not the turbulence, it's acting on yesterday's logic. And I think a lot of us act on yesterday's logic. And so when you ask what it is that I do, I think a lot about my clients, and I really try hard to figure out what it is that's going to help them succeed. And so I also get asked a lot, well, I already have a broker, why do I need a benefit consultant? We call ourselves benefit consultants, and
Right.
there's a difference between the two. It makes me think about an analogy, so bear with me, I like analogies. It made me think about when I was in my 20s and I needed to file my taxes. I just took my stuff to H&R Block and I gave them the information. They gave me my filing and filed it for me, and everybody moved on. Things look pretty different today. I now have a family to worry about and assets, and I've had a career for a little while, and at some point I'd like to retire. And I now can't use H&R Block effectively.
Right.
So I would liken them to a broker. It's transactional. I went once a year, I gave them my information, and they did what they needed to do, just like a broker is going to shop, figure out prices, and that's it. I need a team today. I have an attorney. I needed to update my will. Don't like it, but it is what it is. I have an accountant that prepares my taxes and helps me figure out if I'm doing the right things with my deductions. And I talk to these people regularly. It's not a once-a-year transaction. And then I have a financial planner that helps me decide what my level of risk tolerance is. Am I willing to invest in different options as this market is so crazy? So today I have to do something different. I can't act on yesterday's logic. I have to do something different to get a different result and make sure that the health and well-being of my family is taken care of. So I think that's where I would say the difference is, and really what I do is try to make sure that my clients' health and well-being is satisfied.
We talk about brokers versus benefits consultants. You know, when you were in your 20s and you needed your taxes done, H&R Block work, that was good. And that's what a broker is today for those groups, and it works for some. Say, just shop my insurance every year. But now you need a team to manage your personal affairs. And we find the same thing is true with our clients. As they've grown and become more sophisticated, they've needed more. They've needed information on compliance. They've needed information on calculating next year's renewal. They needed information on hiring the right vendor, on promoting that wellness program, on getting the word out to their employees.
All of these things. What do we do about COVID?
Well, we stay 6 feet apart. But we also, in all seriousness, things about enrollment this year. What are we going to do? Is it virtual? Is it a hybrid, a virtual and in-person? We need to start having those conversations today. And it's that kind of thing that a benefits consultant does as opposed to a broker. And we hope that we have shone a light on that a little bit for you today. And as we all like to joke, people love to complain about health insurance. It's too expensive. It's too expensive. And it's too expensive, and we don't understand it, and it changes all the time. And I love your quote from Peter Drucker because, if you keep doing the same thing for your group benefit plan that you've done every year, then ain't nothing gonna change. And so we hope we've talked a little bit about today who we are and what benefit consultants do, and can really help answer that question for you. What am I gonna do differently? if it's not just shop. So we're really glad you joined us today. We hope it was as riveting for you as it was for us. We're going to have a good time during this series, Heidi. Next time, we're going to be talking a little bit about that last topic we touched on, which will be how do we communicate with our employees and get that enrollment thing done this year, stay compliant in light of the pandemic and all the challenges that it brings. So on behalf of Heidi Otto, myself, Josh Sears, all our colleagues, thank you for joining us. We hope you will come see us next time as we explore the relentless joy of health insurance.